Hey guys, so I've been thinking about making this video for a while, and even though I've been thinking about doing it for quite some time, I still am not quite sure where to start. So sorry if this first video is kind of babbly and jumbled, but for those of you who are Facebook and Instagram friends that have been following along, you know that me and Ben just suffered our third miscarriage. This one shook me and cut me, really deep right to the soul. I was very upset with the other miscarriages, don't get me wrong, but this one I saw the heartbeat, I heard the heartbeat. We were in the second trimester. I thought we were in the clear, and to hear the words, "there is no heartbeat," there's nothing worse than that. It's completely gutted, and I am someone who analyzes everything. You go through all the emotions. Is it my fault? Is it something I did? Was I eating the wrong things? Was I too stressed? And odds are it was just, as stupid as it is, it was fate. I don't know what you believe in, a higher power, whatever. I believe in God. And this was just God's way of saying, this is not your time. This is not your baby. Well, it is your baby, but I'm going to try to not make these crying vlogs. That's not what I'm here for. But another fun fact is I have Sjogrens Syndrome. And so Sjogrens Syndrome is when your white blood cells tend to attack the moisture systems in your body. Some of the key markers are dry eyes or dry mouth. And funny enough, I didn't have those. At least I don't have them bad. But I have the joint pain and chronic fatigue. After I had my second daughter, Allison, I went to the doctor because I was breaking out in hives anytime I ate something, bread, pasta, that kind of thing, gluten. I thought I had celiac disease because that's what my mom has. So I asked them for a blood test, and it came back, and they said, well, you don't have celiac disease, but you have Sjogren's syndrome. And then they gave me a paper with pretty much nothing on it and sent me on my way. So it's been kind of an interesting journey figuring that all out, and what triggers my flares and all that stuff. But I forget I have an autoimmune disorder because I don't feel like I do. I feel fine. But after we lost our last baby, the analytical part of me came out, and I dug into research. And unfortunately, people with autoimmune disorders, Sjogren's, lupus, rheumatoid arthritis, they have trouble conceiving or carrying a healthy pregnancy. And like I said, I forget that I have an autoimmune disorder, so it never really clicked, but it makes sense. I don't know for sure whether or not this is what the problem is. I have a follow-up on the 26th to go over everything with the doctor and maybe get some tests ran, but in my heart, I think maybe my body is attacking the babies, and that's a very hard thing to come to terms with. I feel like what sets women apart from men is that they can carry children. So it makes me feel very broken and lonely and isolated and a lot of different things that my body can't. But I have faith, and I believe God will give us another child. That being said, I'm very blessed to have the two that I do have. I was told that I'd never have kids, and I beat the odds on that. I have two very beautiful, healthy girls, but it's a very crappy feeling to feel like your family's not complete, and I don't feel like ours is. So we're going to keep trying. We're going to push forward, and that's why I want to document this. As much as it opens me up for heartache and leaves me vulnerable, there's people out there suffering, and they're doing it in silence because they don't have anybody to go to. Infertility, secondary infertility, miscarriages, it's not a thing that people talk about. For those of you that are following along on Facebook and stuff, I was overwhelmed and just kind of blown away by the support and people that kind of came out of the woodwork when we announced our last loss, and thank you for that. It helped with the grieving process, and when I started digging in, I got on YouTube and I typed in Sjogrens and pregnancy, and there was little to no information, just like when I Googled it. There are a few people, two people, that documented their journey, but they kind of fell off the face of the earth. I don't know what happened, but I feel like I need to do this for them, for the other people that are out there, specifically with Sjogrens or another autoimmune disease that are trying to conceive or that are pregnant, because it's frustrating. It's lonely when there's no information. So if you want to follow along and be a part of our try to conceive journey, subscribe to my YouTube channel. I think I'm going to post this first video on Facebook because that is where I am able to reach the most people right now. But I don't know if I'm going to post them all on there. I use Facebook mainly as a happy place, and these videos aren't always going to be happy. And I'm okay with that. I want to keep this as real as possible. This is a real thing. So if you want to see more videos, you can email or message me on Facebook, or here if you're finding this on YouTube, and subscribe definitely. But yeah, I guess that's it. I don't know when my next video will be, but I'm going to try to keep these up to date and keep in touch with everybody. So until next time, I guess. We'll talk to you later.